Hey everybody, this is Brandon from the Blind Rage podcast. First, I want to encourage everybody to please check out the podcast on Audible, Apple, Spotify, all that good stuff. We are currently in Stephen King month, and this week's episode is Pet Cemetery. So if you want to check all of the most recent episodes of the podcast, yeah, check them out on all of the traditional podcasting platforms, but you can also check out back episodes here on the YouTube channel. You can tell I don't do this a lot. Okay, so I just thought, I check out a lot of videos of people doing unboxings and showing off their collectibles and box sets and things like that, and I am a tiny bit of a collector. I have a few things. I wouldn't say I have a tremendous amount, although I am a big horror advocate, devotee, fanboy, whatever you want to call it. And I am also a passionate um, learner, I guess. I'm still learning 9 years. 9 years later. Still learning since 2015. Of the French language. And I've tried learning many different ways with uh, Pimsleur, of course, Duolingo, of course, um, Michel Thomas, French Pod 101, which is a channel here on YouTube that I've been studying. But I have also, and by the way, this is not straightforward for 9 years. Because if I were studying for 9 years and I was as bad as I am now, that would be pathetic. But it's been an ongoing off and on thing, and while I've embraced several different traditional methods of studying the French language, one well that I've always gone back to is studying French dubs of horror movies that I know quite well and have been a fan of for a very long time. Sometimes you can find a French dub on in an American release, Blu-ray or DVD. It doesn't seem to be happening so much anymore, especially with reissues from the likes of Scream Factory, um, etc. They tend to not include the alternative languages. But if you have an older release of Friday the 13th or A Nightmare on Elm Street, chances are pretty good you might find a French or French and Spanish tend to be the most common. So if you want to learn a new language and you're a big horror fan or a movie fan, I think it's a pretty good way to do it. So, yeah, like I said, not every DVD or Blu-ray, especially these days, comes with a French dub. So that means I have to pick up some imports, and that's what I'm going to be showing today. So first, anybody who knows me remotely knows that I am a huge mega fan of the Slumber Party Massacre series. So this is the French DVD edition of the original Slumber Party Massacre. It's a pretty nice cover too. Generally, I don't like it when they fuck with covers, especially with some of my favorites. But this one, while not as good as the original, is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Here's the back in French. So yeah, there's the DVD, and I just recently discovered this bad boy. This is the Slumber Party Massacre French media book, which I think came out a couple years ago. And as far as I know, it's just the original that is available in this format. I'm going to open it up so you guys can have a look. So it comes with a Blu-ray and a DVD. It also comes with a booklet. Which has lots of pictures and is in French. I believe it's in French. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but you get the idea. I don't know about Slumber Party Massacre 2, but there was definitely a French release of Slumber Party Massacre 3, which is, I think, still my favorite movie of all time. I know some of you may scoff at that, but I really don't care. Being that it's my favorite movie of all time, it's probably the movie that I know the best and would probably be most beneficial when it comes to learning the French language. And of course, it has been quite difficult to find. I don't know if there was ever a DVD of it. I know there was more than likely a VHS. There is a French title. It translates to Drill Massacre. So I guess they didn't include it as part of the series over there. But I've been trying to find both it and Slumber Party Massacre 2 for a very long time and have been unsuccessful. So if anybody knows where to find it, if anybody has it, will be willing to trade it, maybe sell it, maybe make me an MP4, whatever the case, I would be eternally grateful. So, leave a comment, whatever. I'm not going to encourage you to like and subscribe because I don't know how many of these videos I'm going to make. Alright, here's the next one that I got. This one is Colobus. Not a very... I hope it's Colobus. Oh God. Not a very well known or well liked movie, but it's been one of my favorites since it first came out in 1999. I believe it's Synapse put it out on Blu-ray in a really, really cool Blu-ray a few years back, and Tony and I did an episode of the Blind Rage podcast for this one. So this one is from Canada. So this is a French-Canadian import. This one only has the French audio track. There's no English. But yeah. So next one, and I literally just got this one today, is Dee Snider's Strangeland. This is another French-Canadian release. This one does have the English and audio track, which helps, So, there we go. This is another movie that we did an episode of the Blind Rage podcast for. Okay. Next is a movie. We're stepping outside of the horror genre just for a second here to talk about a movie called Mind Games. And this is a straight-to-video erotic thriller from 1996 starring Brian Krause, Maria Ford, Soleil Moonfry. Again, this is a movie that we did an episode of the Blind Rage podcast on. This is another one that is only in French, and this is a French import, all over from France, not from Canada this time. Now, here's another one. If you're going to use horror to learn French and you're not using this one, then I don't know what the hell you're thinking. Of course I'm talking about Halloween. This is, again, a French import, all the way over from France. This one has the French audio in stereo and the English audio in 5.1, so there is quite a big difference when you switch back and forth between the language tracks. And it's only those two tracks. It would have been nice if there was an English track that was in stereo, so that it wouldn't be so jarring. But I guess I can't have everything. All right. This next one, I really couldn't believe it when I found it. Again, because I didn't think that anybody would think to dub this movie in French. But we have the cult classic Frankenhooker, and this is a Blu-ray. This is a French import that only has the French audio. I think that's pretty cool. Here's another one that I just got recently. Frankenhooker I've had for a while, by the way. Again, classic Candyman. This is a 4K slash Blu-ray, which does have the English audio, and I believe it's got some commentaries and some other stuff ported over from the American edition. Now, I saved the most badass thing that I got recently as far as collectibles go. Unfortunately, it's not French. This is a German import. Here we go. This is Slumber Party Massacre 2 Big Box German. Because I don't speak German and I'm not planning on learning the German language at this time, I'm leaving it in the plastic. There's the back. There's the spine. You can see how thick this one is. It's pretty, again, it's pretty big, especially in comparison to a standard Blu-ray. If you want to have a side-by-side comparison. Yeah, this is pretty awesome. I know this company has done some other big box titles. I believe they did... I think they did the first Slumber Party. But I have not gotten around to finding that one yet. But I'm hoping to sometime soon, because I would like to have all three. Just even though I can't watch them or listen to them or understand them, it'd be nice to have them. But once again, if anybody out there has Slumber Party Massacre 2 and 3, 2 or 3 in the French audio dub, or another one, a couple others that I'm looking for are the Sleepaway Camp sequels, parts 2 and 3. The first Sleepaway Camp is available for free on YouTube, dubbed in French. So if you want to check that out, I don't know the name of the channel, sorry. And of course, you know, if you look at the titles of the movies that we do on the Blind Rage podcast, chances are pretty good that I'm looking for it on in French. So if you have any of those, and yeah, like I said, if you want to trade, drop a comment. I would edit my bio on this channel, but I don't know how to do it. Hopefully I'll figure that out. So yeah, like I said, again, please check out the Blind Rage podcast, the new episodes on Apple, Spotify, Overcast, Podbeam, all the biggies. You'll get all the latest ones. There are some back episodes on the channel. Taboo is doing really, really well, but of the over 100,000 views it's gotten, I don't think I got more than a handful of comments or likes. So, yeah, I guess I will ask you to like and subscribe. So, alright, I guess that's it for now. If and or when I get some new friendship forts, I'll make another. So, until then, this is Brandon Ford. I can't even say my own name, probably because it's not my name. Wishing you all unpleasant dreams.